Hello everybody, welcome back to Waffles RC. We are in the garage. Had a great day yesterday over at the toy drive. Mrs. Waffles RC won Best Dressed 4x4. And of course, me being me, had to do weird stuff with the RCs at an event that didn't really have anything to do with RCs. So the mud truck burned up the transmission. I break that thing every time I drive it, but I was also pulling something that was not designed to be pulled. 79 did great, no issues there. But yeah, had a great time. And so now we are back in the garage and back to work and finding stuff to do. As you remember last time, I messed up on the paint. So taped off all the green. And I'm taking this opportunity, as one person did ask, since I have to repaint the black anyhow to get rid of, overspray and accidents, the Zacklift is getting a row of lights down the side of it, just like the sleeper. So I have to drill a lot of holes. Hopefully I drill them straight. Then from there, I will be getting started back on the trailer, doing its add-ons. Have a few ideas, gonna try them out, and I'm actually gonna do it this time because, as you can see, possibly, truck is almost completely done. Still waiting to get a motor, little stuff, but it will drive on just one motor. But we are going to start with the Zacklift so I can drill the holes so that I can paint this thing. So let's get to drilling. Alright, so you saw me drill the holes all along there. I don't know if you can see them. There we go. So drilled all the holes, laid the first coat down. We're in our fanciest paint booth and it's perfect temperature. It's like 50 degrees, so perfect for paint, and it's windy. Once again, perfect for paint, which is why 4Runner's out there. So while that dries, let's move on to the next random thing I can think of. Oh, I keep putting it off. Let's get to the trailer. Okay, it's sitting on the ground and I'm standing up. So once again, here's a contrast of the trailer. So obviously Lowboys have the long tongue, and then the flatbed down here, which you can't see, but it's down there. But I want to be able to get trucks onto here. So what I'm going to do is drill holes and make a platform for the tires to drive up on that can just be set on here. Gravity will hold it in. The weight of the crawler and everything, anything else that I put on this will keep it in here, but it'll be removable for bigger stuff. So that's the first attachment that I'm going to make. And also, I don't know if you remember, but 2 weeks ago I said that my welder was almost out of gas. Still haven't filled it. Got this all painted up. You can still sort of see it, but not really worried about that. Can barely see that at all, and it's nice and shiny. I already took the tape off, but it is all done. So while paint has been drying, oh, here's the trailer taking up the whole workbench. So made the platform. And so what I'm going to be doing is welding these rods, which are inside both the trailer frame and this frame. I'm going to weld it to this frame so that this is removable. Have a spot for the tires on both sides, and it's up high, so it'll be over the tires of the truck. And then I cut out a whole bunch of these, which will get welded onto this piece like that. Put a piece of sheet metal over it, and then the tires can drive up that, and it'll be welded to here and just sit on the deck right there. Okay, so here's obviously the semi, and the visor is finally on and will never be coming back off because I truly dislike that thing now. It looks really cool, but I'm never touching it again. Anyhow, let's move on to the trailer. You'll see 4Runner down there, decked out in its Christmas garb. And then we have our additional ramp. And as stated before, removable. So that way, it's now just a Lowboy. Put it back in. There you go. Now the true test. Can I actually drive a vehicle up onto this trailer with that very ugly tail of the trailer that I made and up onto the new deck? A little bit of sliding, but made it work. And once again, this is all still on sheet metal, so I don't have the skateboard tape on it. That's going to help it grip a lot better. And there we go. Now, I could have made this much longer, and I possibly might, to get a whole car all the way up because of the very long wheelbase. But I was very unprepared for this video. That's all basically using scrap metal. I didn't get any metal. We had that event yesterday, so I was very unprepared. But here we are, and we're making stuff. So I can always make that, just make a piece from right there to out there. It'll swing wide, but I would be able to get a whole vehicle up onto that, I'm sure. Christmas flex. Shoot, I don't even need a ramp. I can just drive it up on there. Let's see how this plays out. I don't see it going very well. Nope. All right. So now for the next part of the trailer will be the wide load. As you can see, not exactly practical. So what I'm going to try to do is make something to hold that up off of the trailer. Now granted, this is all very my vehicle collection specific, but just trying to give you guys an idea of how you can do it with your own particular vehicles. I want this trailer to be multi-purpose, but I want to be able to tow the X-Max because honestly, I want little oversized banners on the front of the semi and the back of the trailer. I think it would be hilarious. So that's what I'm going to do. But now, do I try to put the X-Max further forward so I can get other stuff on there, or leave it where it is and put other stuff on front of it? The multi-purpose trailer. I'm going to have a think, and you'll see in just a second. Okay, thinking done. That will be longer, so I can get one RC there. That will be where that goes. And then I can probably fit one on the back too. So still be able to carry 3, even with the X-Max. So let me make some cradles for the control arms on that thing. Very gently. So now I got to dig through my metal box and just try and find something that will go around parts of these control arms that it'll sit on, keeping the wheels off the ground. As far as my thinking's going right now. And there you have it. It is off the ground, just like a proper Lowboy. Very close. I'm sure that won't come back to bite me in any way, shape, or form. So basically, just made that, drilled some holes in the bed, slides in there, so that way these are all removable. And that way the bed is used for normal things. Still got to work on that one a bit more, but the rest come out nicely. So the trailer seems to be as far along as I want it. So essentially that's ready for sanding and paint, some finalization of these, make them look a little nicer too. Should paint them chrome. No, not painting anything chrome ever again. This trailer is going to be green, and then the black accents will be the skateboard tape. But something came in for that, so let's get to work on that now. Oh, that's removable. Stay. Remember, lift with your back. So once again, I apologize with how out there and all over the place I am with this video, but it's coming to a conclusion and a lot of final work needs to go on. So that needed painted, that needed finished, because I've only said for the last 2 videos that I would actually do it, so I stopped procrastinating and actually did it. But I'm not going to keep going with it because this arrived. Now I have to figure out exactly how it works, but it involves these. Let me figure out how this thing works and we'll make stuff happen. Okay. It is very cheap. I need to seal up the stack itself, but it does come with a remote. So watch this one, hopefully. I'll fast forward through this part as it builds up. There we go. can't find a good angle where you can actually see it. Barely comes out anyhow. There you go. Now she's smoking. Okay, so I need to get a splitter so it can go into both of the stacks. And then just hit the remote. And it stops. I do have a bit of an exhaust leak down here, mainly because this is vaporized vegetable oil, so it's heavier than air, so all it wants to do is fall. So trying to get it up this is interesting, especially when you buy cheap stuff off of Amazon. But it will smoke, and it'll go in here somewhere. I don't know where. There we go. Now imagine that coming out of both of them while she's trucking along. How long this is going to last for, I have no idea. Alright guys, that's it for this week. Glad I finally got the trailer to the point where I can paint it. I just have to make that front piece a little bit longer. Got the Zacklift repainted so that can get put back together and get put onto this thing. And then it'll be wiring. All of the wiring. And I'll walk you through each one of that because a couple people did bring up some good points about making sure you have the right voltage for your lights based on what you have your BEC set at or what your BEC is permanently set at. So I'll go over all that, but for next week, it is Christmas and I am going to be spending it with family. So next week's video will just be a collage of everything that we have been through together, all the builds, everything we've done over the last year. So I hope you guys will enjoy that video. I think I'm gonna have fun making it, just seeing all the literally everything that I've made over this last year. The event that we went to, just a lot of fun over the last year, and you guys have helped this channel grow so much. So thank you all very much for everything that you do. The merch, I am working on it. I have to get everything set up, and for those of you who are wondering, I don't know about international shipping, but I will do my best to make sure that it can happen, because the man in Scotland, I know you want it, and the man in Finland, I know you want it too. I think you do. I don't remember. Well, you're going to want it, I hope. Once again, comes down to, is the quality good? But I hope you guys enjoyed this week. I hope you guys enjoyed next week's. After the holidays are all over, we'll be right back to this thing. And hopefully I'll have all the rest of the pieces that I need for it so that this can get fully assembled and driving. That's the goal, to have everything working, driving, do anything that we want. No more fabricating, no more finding stuff to do. It's just going to be finish it. So that's what I'm going to work on the next 2 weeks, is getting all the parts to finish it. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. I hope you have great holidays. Whatever you may celebrate it to its fullest. And I will see you guys next time when this thing is driving. Once again, special treat for the people who stay till the very end. I forgot to turn those on. I didn't even know if they would work. Oh, it looks so good. Think people are gonna know when this thing's coming. And remember, all these, the flashing option, on and off, all that will be controlled through the remote. I just have it on a servos tester because it's not fully wired in yet, but very, very happy with it. Also remember, this whole thing, both sides, is going to be lit up just like that was. It's going to be a very bright truck.